The reason you keep putting it off is a lot simpler than you realize. Have you ever delayed on a project? Have you ever pushed something off and eventually got around to doing it, but it took a lot longer than you realized? The reason why is because our brains tend to do this thing called mental calculation. When the brain realizes the task is going to take a lot longer than expected, or it's going to take a lot of effort and a lot of work and a lot of grit, we tend to distract ourselves or delay in different ways. Some of us doom scroll, some of us do different tasks, some of us just say, I'll do it later or do it another time. But the way to overcome this is to dial it back a bit. Let's say you want to become a runner. If on the first week you get on the trail and start sprinting, I'm gonna tell you this, I'm gonna be honest, it's not gonna last very long. But if you, on the first week, and maybe the first month or 2 months, you just go out there, you jog for 10 minutes, you come home, you do it again the next day, you eventually build up the habit. And then little by little, you'll start to improve. And when you start seeing improvement, you start adding more miles, you start going further, you start going quicker, and little by little, you start to run distances and speeds you never thought you would. The same goes for any other task. For me, I've come to this realization through reading. For whatever reason, reading felt like this chore that I'm like, oh, I don't want to read, I don't want to get after it, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that. And what I've come to realize is the reason I'm delaying in reading is because instead of taking it at a jogging pace, I went from 0 to 100. I went from reading barely any to reading an hour and a half. And that's like from nothing to sprinting. And what I've come to realize is sometimes we need to do less at the start so we can do more later on. And once you realize and put that mindset into practice, you realize the slow progression eventually picks up speed. It starts to snowball. You start to get better, you start to move quicker, you start to improve, and little by little by little, you become the type of person that can operate at level 10 because you did step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and now you can operate at level 10. But a lot of us want to go from level 0 to level 10, and more times than not, you fall short and it just fails. But what I've come to realize is sometimes you gotta dial it back. Sometimes instead of forcing yourself to write 3 pages every day when writing is a task for you, just do 1 page and do that consistently. And over time will become a habit, and then you'll realize, okay, I can do this pretty easy. You move up to 2 pages, then you can do that pretty easy. You move up to 3 pages, then 4 or 5, and however many you want to do. And even reading, for me, I was like, oh, I really want to get good at reading. I really want to improve. I really want to elevate my reading. But what I was doing, I was going 0 to 7 or 0 to 10 instantly. But what I'm starting to do now is to dial it back. Instead of reading for 50 minutes or an hour and a half each day, I dial it back to 25. And that's my jogging pace. 25, I read for 25 minutes each day or every day. I have it in the schedule. I do that, and then little by little, I'll start to realize, okay, this is easy now. I can read for 25 minutes, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And then from there, I start to progress. Maybe I'll do an hour. And then after doing that for a while, I might say like, okay, this is pretty easy, move it to an hour and a half. And so on and so on and so on. But the best thing for you to do is sometimes at the start, you need to do less, so later on you can do more. And I feel like that's gonna help me, it's gonna help you, it's gonna help anybody. So at the start, don't feel shameful, don't feel bad, don't feel discouraged that Maybe someone else is running quicker, or someone else is reading more pages, or someone else is writing more than you at the start. Do what you can. Make it at the start, just jog. Just jog. Stay consistent for at least a month. Just jogging. You'll get quicker, you'll get quicker. Once it becomes easy, start to add a little more. Start to add a little more. Whether that's reading, writing, jogging, or whatever activity you're getting up to. At the start, do less, so later you can do more. This Guitar in Progress, that's all we got for today. Hope this was of some value. If you enjoyed it, drop a like, maybe a comment, and yeah. And this is Guitar in Progress, and we out. Deuces. See you on the next one.